Man, please. Friday, baby. The 31st of January. Ready to get this month the hell up on over with. Cannot wait for February. And of course, March. Man, this month has been 3 months put together in one. Holy Coyote Batman. Bryce Williams is back. Nebraska. Huge win last night against number 18, Illinois. The Fighting Illini now have lost 4 of their last 6. Brad Underwood. What the hell is going on? Illinois. Take that number 18 the hell up off your name. 14-7. Don't even know how y'all was ranked this week. 6-5 in Big Ten play now after losing to Nebraska. Tough place to play in Nebraska. Nebraska now 13-8, 3-7 in Big Ten play again. Huge win. They'll need to add some wins to it. Keep on winning. This team could be dangerous if it gets into the tournament, and that is a big if right now. Man, how about UCLA too? Turkey dog whooping. Oregon last night, another ranked team in the Big Ten who don't deserve it. How is Oregon 16 in the nation? 5-5 in Big Ten play. That just shows how tough the Big Ten is. You got 2 teams around 500 in Big Ten play with ranked numbers by their name. But man, we will definitely recap all of the action that happened last night on the collegiate hardwood. I got Saturday's numbers here for you. Got a good flurry of them. I usually do about 20. Get to that. Get Saturday's numbers out. Rivalry weekend, baby. We'll talk some Duke, UNC. We'll talk some Arkansas, Kentucky. John Calipari's return to Rupp Arena. And of course, Kansas, Baylor, plus many more. Love rivalry weekend. Underrated weekend in college hoops. I love the when the conferences play each other in non-conference, the ACC, SEC, Big Ten, Big 12. But man, rivalry weekend ain't Nathan like it. This is when you want to really turn the buttons, turn the gears, get a big win against your rivalry, and then ride that wave through February into the madness. The madness, man. Right around the damn corner. A little over 6 weeks to go. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Also, tonight, Indiana Purdue kicking off rivalry weekend. How you love that? Hmm? Hmm? Cannot wait. Whew. Got 2 bets for you tonight in college basketball. 2 good ones for you. 2 good ones for you. Anyway, this is Captain by a hook with the red beard, presented by StareDownSports.com. Stare down greatness. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on a fantastic Friday, the 31st of January. Get this month the hell up on out of here. if you know what I mean. Let's recap last night's. We're gonna run through this show. It's gonna be a quick one. Every time I say that, it goes 40 minutes. Excuse me. UCLA, the mighty Bruins, 78 to 52 win over Oregon. UCLA getting back on track. I believe they won 3 in a row. They're now 7-4 in Big Ten play, 16-6 overall. UCLA has won 5 in a row now since struggling. They dropped those 4 in a row: Nebraska, Michigan, Maryland, Rutgers. Mick Cronin said, "Look, I know I called you soft, and you proved me right." They came out uno, dos, tres, one, two, three, four, 5 wins in a row now. They beat Oregon. They beat USC. They beat Oregon twice now. How you love that? Washington and Wisconsin and Iowa. Huge wins for UCLA, man. They're 7-4 again in Big Ten play. Only 3 games back from Michigan State, who is their next opponent on the 4th, next Tuesday, I believe, the 4th of February. Michigan State will be down there in Southern California taking on UCLA. That'll be a big one for them. Nobody's beaten Michigan State yet in conference play. Nebraska, 80 to 74 win, overtime win over Illinois. Man, the Fighting Illini just couldn't get their offense rolling. A lot of people expected them to get to 80 points last night. The total was 79.5, their team total. Only scored 4 points in overtime, but 31 and 39, that's 35 average. It gives you 70 points for the game. Yeah, you can do the math. Memphis, holla if you hear me. 7-1 now in the American League, 17-4 overall. I'm telling you, quietly, Memphis might be one of the best teams in the nation. They beat the likes of Tulane, the Green Wave last night, 68 to 56. Memphis will be a team to watch out for. Next week, I'll start doing tiers. I got Memphis in the Sweet 16 Elite 8 tier, but they definitely can go on a run. I'm telling you, I've said it a few times. Penny Hardaway said he's finally comfortable coaching. It's looking like it. Memphis with a huge win, 12 points last night on the road. Again, 7-1 in conference play. Cruising. Cruising. College of Charleston, baby. They went down early in this game, ended up coming back. However, I knew that 13.5 was a little too big. 81 to 74. College of Charleston is now 7-2 in conference play, 17-5 overall. College of Charleston might get an upset in March. I don't see them getting past the second round. However, Ohio State, the Ohio State, lost a lot of one possession games. They said, F it. We just got to make sure these games ain't one possession. They go ahead and beat Penn State by 19 points on the road as dogs in that game. They were 2.5 point dogs plus 125 on the money line. Gave that bet out yesterday. Ohio State, never a doubt. Again, 19-point win over Penn State on the road. Few late games, small conference games, breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my heart. Washington State didn't cover. Neither did GCU. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Washington State, 10.5 point favorites on the road, end up losing outright last night to Pacific, to be specific. Now, you know that ain't right. Embarrassing loss for Washington State. Get them the hell up out of my face. 68 to 70 loss to Pacific. And then Grand Canyon, the Lopes, 10.5 point favorites as well. They end up winning, but only by 9. Grant Foster, 24 points in the win. GCU, 6-1 in conference play, 16-5 overall. I don't know if they'll have the magic run they had last year. Definitely will be in the tournament. But I don't see them doing anything close to what they did last year. That was crazy. That was absolutely bananas. The run they had last year in the tournaments. Man, man. Where we at? Where we at? Captain by a hook, baby. Running through it, getting to it. Give out these Saturday numbers real quick. I ain't got much to talk about today. I ain't got much to talk about today. Captain by a hook, baby. These are my. No, well, actually, matter of fact, before I do this, let me do this. Because I do want to talk. There's two games that have numbers out already, and I do want to talk about them. We got, we got North Carolina and Duke. I meant to set this up. Excuse me. Rivalry week, baby. It's Captain by a hook. North Carolina taking on Duke. If you know me, if you know the show, if you've ever watched the show or talked to me, North Carolina, take your shirt off, whip it round your head like a helicopter. I don't care what the line is. I always, always bet North Carolina on the money line against Duke. And this weekend, you get Duke minus 13 and a half. You can get tickets as low as $1,400 to get into the building. I don't know why they put as low as. That's hilarious. Anyway, North Carolina, 6-4 ACC play. Duke undefeated, 18-2 overall, 10-0 in ACC play. North Carolina, backs are against the wall. They lose this game, you can bet they're declining an invitation to the NIT because they are soft. Last time they didn't make the tournament, they declined the NIT. My mother, North Carolina fanatic. Every time I talk to my mother, she says, "How are the Tar Heels doing?" I said, "They're actually doing pretty good this year." North Carolina taking on Duke. F all that. Going against the family blood. Give me Duke. Minus 13 and a half. Hammer. Sledge. Exclamation point. Duke's winning this thing by 30. Turkey dog whooping them. Hubert Davis. Get him the hell up on out of there. RJ Davis. Overrated. Ian Jackson. Great. Great player. Chose the wrong school. I'm kidding. Man, this is probably the worst in the North Carolina team I've seen in a long, long, long time. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to be riding the Blue Devils tomorrow night. Duke, a minus 13 and a half. Like I said, they're winning this thing by 30. They're just going to beat them up to a pulp. It's going to be the greatest game the Cameron Crazies I've ever seen. It's going to be beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you. Anyway, another game that's coming on right after that one. ESPN's got a good one lined up for you. You get Arkansas, John Calipari returning to Rupp Arena to take on Kentucky. I feel a little bit different about this one. Kentucky's laying 11 and a half at home. Something's telling me, man, that's way too many points. Kentucky hasn't been blowing teams out. They've been playing with their opponents. I think Arkansas can keep this within double digits. I think Kentucky wins by like 8. I think they're up 4 or 5 with a minute left. free throws, missed shot, free throws. They end up winning this thing by 8. But I don't know if I can put any money on Arkansas plus anything. Kentucky. It's a different animal. But will they take this game serious? There's also going to be mojo in the building. So much hate and booze going to Calipari, who said he's been hit with bazookas, those arrows. He won't even feel. Yeah, okay. Arkansas plus 11.5 if I had to bet it. Probably just going to watch this one as a fan. I might look to touch the over. Let me see what that over is. Excuse me. Forgot to even check. Forgot to even check now. Ooh, ooh. 158. That is a little high for my liking. Because Arkansas could just the bed and put up 58 points, and Kentucky 78. I don't know. I might even look to play the under in that game. Arkansas's offense is just bad, man. That's why I gotta just stay away from this game. Watch it as a fan, but I will be on Duke minus 13.5. I'm gonna wait though. You know the whole world's gonna come in bet North Carolina. It's a rivalry game. They always play them tough. Back doors open. Probably get this thing at 11.5. Come tip, and I'm going to go crazy on it. Give me the damn Blue Devils tomorrow, man. First time in my life I'm betting against North Carolina. And I don't know, in a weird, like, evil twin taking over bodysuit way, I like it. Switching to the dark side. Captain by a hook, baby. Let's get to the rest of these. Saturday's numbers. Those lines are already out, so I want to talk about those games specifically. But starting off at 11 a.m., we get Tennessee taking on Florida. Give me the damn Volunteers. Minus 2.5. They need to bounce back from that Kentucky win. I've been looking to fade Florida all season. Has not worked out for me yet. I'm going to try and get Tennessee as some small home favorites. I don't think they lose 2 in a row at home. Providence, they're going to be on the road taking on the powerhouse that is St. John's, the Johnnies. Give me the Red Storm. St. John's minus 11 and a hook taking on Providence. I think that thing is over early. Pittsburgh taking on Wake Forest. Give me Wake Forest as 4.5 point favorites at home, minus 4 and a hook on Wake Forest. Now we got a noon game. This is a huge game in Arizona. Arizona State hosting Arizona. A little 2-hour drive from Tucson to Tempe. Arizona State struggling. Give me Arizona minus 2.5 on the road. This is a huge rivalry. This is one of those games, it really don't matter the record. But I'm going to take Arizona coming off of that huge overtime win against Iowa State. I think they can ride high into this one. Give me Arizona minus 2 and a hook. Villanova hosting Creighton. Creighton, hottest team in the Big East right now. I'm kidding. But am I? Love this Creighton team. Love what they're doing. Give me them also. Small favorites on the road. Give me Creighton minus 2.5 at Villanova. And then Auburn, baby. Oh, yeah. The Tigers of Auburn, 7-0 in SEC play. They're going to be down there in Mississippi taking on, Mississippi. Old Miss at home. That's a fan, that's a gut, that's a, like, just if I was just going to bet this game on what I wanted to happen, I would jump on this Old Miss money line. Probably going to be plus a little, plus 140, plus 130, maybe even up to plus 150. But I got to give you the numbers. The number says Auburn minus 4.5. They're going to go into Old Miss and steal it. I don't know. I don't know. But Auburn minus 4.5 in that one. Iowa State. They need a good win. They don't need it, but they're gonna get it. They're gonna win this game by 20 something. Give me Iowa State minus 8.5 taking on Kansas State. Kansas State PU University. They stink. Wisconsin. Wisconsin. They're on the road taking on Northwestern. Give me Wisconsin -2 and a hook there. Man, they're going to bounce back from that Maryland loss. Give me Wisconsin -2.5. This team, 19-2, 9-2 in conference play. The biggest snub from the bracket previews. Drake needs to be in this damn bracket ASAP. Drake -8.5 on the weekend on the road taking on Southern Illinois. This is a fun one. You got Michigan on the road taking on Rutgers. On the road taking on Rutgers. Michigan been a powerhouse. They've been dominating. Rutgers been playing better. But lately, I don't know why. But I'm going to take Rutgers plus the points. Give me Rutgers +4 taking on Michigan. I think Michigan's about to fall apart here for a second. They got lucky with the win the other day. I don't know. Rutgers got some magic brewing. I think Rutgers finds a way to sneak into this tournament. Don't quote me on that because it doesn't even look possible right now. But I can see it happening. Rutgers +4 taking on Michigan. We get Louisville, baby. Pat Kelsey and the gang. Louisville 9-1 in ACC play. They'll be 10-1 after tomorrow. Give me Louisville -5.5 taking on Georgia Tech. Damon Stoudemire in the gang. Louisville. Wow. I can't say it enough. Wow. What a turnaround from Pat Kelsey. Alabama. They're taking on Georgia. Georgia, since beating Kentucky, man. Tega was right. That was their Super Bowl. Alabama busting them up tomorrow. Give me Alabama -7 and a hook against Georgia. That thing's probably going to get even uglier. I would take Alabama up to 9, 11.5 even. I think it's going to be 15 plus. Kansas on the road taking on Baylor. I like Kansas. But Baylor at home, I think they steal this one. Give me Baylor -1 and a hook. McNeese taking on Nichols. McNeese 10.5. 10-0, excuse me. McNeese 10-0 in conference play. Give me the Cowboys. Right? That's what they are, right? The Cowboys? Yeah. McNeese -12.5 taking on Nichols. And then Michigan State, my Michigan State Spartans, they got a good one in LA taking on USC. Michigan State 9-0 in Big Ten play. They continue to roll. Michigan State -7 on the road in Southern California. Houston -8.5. Oh yeah, we're going Houston -8.5 at home on against a good Texas Tech team. I'll just say that. Very good Texas Tech team. But give me Houston -8 and the hook. And then North Texas, the mean green basketball playing machine. North Texas -5 and a hook tomorrow against UTS. Hey, we already talked about Duke, North Carolina. Duke -13.5. I am all over that like peanut butter on jelly. Marquette. Good ass games tomorrow, man. Marquette hosting UConn. This is going to be a brawl. Give me Marquette at home -2.5. Small favorites there. San Diego State taking on Wyoming. Give me the Aztecs -4.5. San Diego State -4.5. Few more for you. Utah State. Utah State. Huge game against New Mexico. Both of these teams 9-1 in the Mountain West. Give me Utah State at home to protect home court. Utah State -2 and a hook. A bunch of close games down here. Down the stretch. San Francisco taking on Washington State. The Dons of San Francisco at home. Give me them minus 3.5, taking on Washington State. And then St. Mary's, Gonzaga. Give me St. Mary's minus 1.5. St. Mary's is winning that game, people. Put your bottom dollar on it. Excuse me. It's a morning show, baby. Let's look at Friday's games and then give out the bets and get the hell up on out of here. Got to do. Got ish to do. Where we at? Where we at? Ooh, ooh, ooh. We got Yale taking on Princeton, two of the top teams in the Ivy League. Yale is road favorites, minus 2.5. I disagree with that. Give me Princeton, plus money on the money line at home, plus 125. I'm not betting it, but I like it. This is the preview. This ain't the bets. Butler, Georgetown. I mean, Yale just hot right now. Princeton lost their last game. Yale won by 30. Just think Princeton wins it at home. You know? Butler taking on Georgetown. Georgetown minus 3.5 at home. It's Georgetown or nothing. Butler hasn't been good this season at all. See if they got any other games worthy of mentioning. It's Friday, baby. All these small schools. Akron, Kent State. That's going to be a good one. Flip a quarter and pick one. That's about it. How you love that? Let's get these bets out and get the hell up on out of here. Man, please. All about my bread like some ham and damn cheese. Been a week, boy. Boy, I tell you. Anyway, got two of them things for you tonight. Captain by a Hook with the red beard. I'm Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs. But y'all know that. Dayton taking on St. Louis. Give me Dayton on the road on the money line minus 125. Dayton wins this game outright. And then you got the big one. Purdue, the Boilermakers, they're taking on Indiana. Purdue laying 12.5 at home. Mm, mm, mm. Give me Indiana plus the 12 and a hook. Purdue ain't blowing nobody out, right? I don't think so. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. It's Captain by a Hook with the red beard, presented by StareDownSports.com. Stare down greatness. Thank y'all for everything for real. Next week, diving more and more and more into the madness. I think every Monday from here on out we'll do tiers. Like round 1, round 2, Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, the winner. We'll get the teams put into tiers, categories. That'll adjust every week until we get to the tournament. Hopefully we can get some accurate readings from that. It kind of helps. You look at matchups and you go back to the tier. Like you had this team no further than the round of 32. Don't let the hype fool. Don't believe the hype. But anyway, we'll dive into all that. Of course, next Thursday we'll dive into the bracket some more. Tuesday power rankings. Wednesday we'll have a blast. Next Friday we'll give out Saturday's numbers. It's gonna be an amazing week next week, and I cannot wait to see you there. Please take all of these wagers at your own risk, and please, please gamble responsibly. Also, Super Bowl week, baby, going dying. Next week, we'll be counting down to the big game right here on Captain by a Hook.